What up? This is Robert Ory.
Ory, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Ory for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Ory from downtown.
Once again, we get our man on the road. Catch him traveling. Oh, it is the Big Shot Bob podcast. That is B-Dog Brandon Harper. My name is Rob Jenners, the headliner of this show. That would be seven-time NBA champion Robert Ory.
Making my way around third, heading home.
I tell you what, man. Every time we catch you, you're in Vegas, you're in H-Town, you're somewhere. What are you in H-Town for?
I'm doing it's like, I got a call from the Rockets, and it was like, this is the last year we're going to probably be doing anything for the championship years. And so they're doing a luncheon tomorrow. And so they invited me in for the luncheon. So I'm in H-Town for a couple of days.
Well, I mean, it's the 30th anniversary, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is probably the kind of the last hurrah as far as, looking back on that stuff goes.
Yeah. Because by that, after we hit 40 years, ain't too many else going to be able to make it.
All of a sudden, you're the 72 Dolphins who just roll out in a wheelchair every few years when no one goes undefeated. Pop some champagne so Mercury Morris can be rolled back inside. You know what I mean?
I have to say,
like the Heisman Trophy with what's his name?
In the Heisman commercials every time.
He's like frozen. Like, I've been in there a long time.
Yeah, in the Heisman House commercial. Yeah, funny. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say, B?
I think it's great that I'll say this personally for the Braves. Every time they did like a reunion or a celebration of 95, although it's appreciated, I'm so glad that we won the title in 2021. I got sick and tired of hearing about 1995. I don't know what other way that we could celebrate the 1995 World Championship. And it makes it even worse that we went to, 4 World Series?
Yeah. In the 90s,
and only could get one of them?
Yeah.
And 95 is, 95 that. Look.
Hey, man, look, you're not the Buffalo Bills, okay, who went to, 4 straight Super Bowls and didn't win any?
You're right. But I'm so thankful that we won in 2021. So now you can kind of get 2021 and, hey, bring those guys back and celebrate that for a minute before you go and win another one.
But let me tell you, though, isn't that, and Rob, you could probably relate to, isn't that the curse of every franchise, though? Like every franchise, you're beholden to your last title, or if you never won one. You know what I mean? Like the Lakers. I'm gonna tell you honestly, the Lakers are gonna have to carry you won the bubble championship.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to carry that around until they win a full season title.
Yeah, and think about that's what the Cowboys do.
Oh right, the Cowboys are hanging on to the 90s like
49ers do it.
Like their starter jackets, man. They're hanging on to the 90s for everything they got. Yeah.
But I will say, as much as I hate the 49ers, at least they've been a couple of times. They've been there right at the door. 2013 they were there. The last couple of years versus the Chiefs.
Hey,
yeah.
That's like when you go to prom with your date, and then at the end of the prom, she says, "All right, had a good time, bye." It ain't fulfilling, dude. It ain't fulfilling.
Hey,
I got a flask in my jacket. Where are you going?
Okay, I guess if you want to use that analogy, okay.
But but I'll tell you what though, the Dodgers are doing it right now, right? Like if the Dodgers close this thing out. By the way, we're taping this. The show comes out Tuesday. Dodgers could win it all tonight. Could sweep the World Series tonight.
Crazy.
Freddie Freeman, World Series MVP. I mean, has hit a home run in every game this series.
Yeah.
Obviously, the big one in Game 1 leads off in Game 3. But the Dodgers are trying to do that, right? The Dodgers want to have the 2020 shortened season title behind them. They don't want to be like, okay, well, the first one we won since the 80s was the one that came in COVID. They want to get that full season. We played 162. We did the full playoff run all the way through to the World Series. Now shut up about our COVID title.
But see, here's the thing. And I said this then, and I'm going to say it again now. I hate when people want to do that because we should have never just played sports then. If people are going to hang that and put that asterisk over your title that you won during that year, we should have never played then. Just cancel sports all of COVID if that's going to be the excuse.
But both LA, and then the craziest thing is both LA teams have to carry it. It's both the damn LA teams that got to wear it.
If that was any other team in any other city.
Oh, we wouldn't care. No.
Yeah, but that's like the lockout year, 99. You know,
when the Spurs won it. Yep.
But you know what's weird though? They don't really talk about that championship in sports. Only people talk about it is the Spurs. It's like, 99. Think about it.
Well, but the Spurs won. But that's the thing, though. They went on that run. I mean, they won 5 in that 10-year span. So they don't have to hang on the one. But if it was the only one they won, oh my God, that conversation would be totally different.
Yeah.
If that was the only title they won in that run, that conversation would be completely different about the Spurs.
Yeah.
They'd be illegitimate title holders. You know what I mean? Some crap like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna start by not making fun. I really don't. I don't want to make fun. I don't know what to make of the Dwyane Wade statue. And I say that just because when I first saw it, I thought the same exact thing that you did, Rob. That can't be real. Like, I remember seeing it and I'm like, oh, this is like an AI thing. Somebody screwed with this. And that's the first thing you texted back to the group was, this can't be real.
Yeah.
And now there's like all this behind the scenes stuff of Dwyane like going to see them making it and pictures of him inspecting it and giving like thumbs up and approval. But when they unveiled it, like, I mean, dude, this thing's going to be out in front of the Miami Arena for arguably forever. Like, if you move arenas, they're probably going to move the statue with it. Like, that's your forever representation. I just wasn't a fan of it. It didn't look like him at all.
I thought it was like the Messi. Is it Messi's trophy?
No, it's the Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Yeah.
It was like,
but you know what? But here's the thing that for me, I know I'm never gonna get a statue anyway. But I'm saying if I had a statue, I would make damn sure it looks exactly like me. And the reason for that is I want people to know it's me. I know you're gonna say, "Oh, it says Wade on the back. It has his number 3," but still, I want you to be able to walk and say, "Look, it looks just like him." And I get, if you listen to his interviews, he said he wanted to represent a moment. That really wasn't a defining moment for you, though. It wasn't like in a championship game. It wasn't one of those moments but I get what he's trying to do, but I'm just saying this. My ego is going to want that damn thing look just like me. And I'll be like, hey, check me out, but you got it. And everybody, has their way of, want to represent themselves and how they want to look. And if that's the way he wants himself represented, I give him 2 thumbs up.
It's all right. So I guess part of my problem with it is just like, I see what goes into the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And those busts, like when I say, find the guy who did Ed Reed's bust for the NFL Hall of Fame, and hire that man to do every statue that's ever done, because that bust of Ed Reed with all the hair and the beard and the whole thing, it looks like a photograph of Ed Reed. It's so damn good. And it's like the one of Wade, it looks like Laurence Fishburne passing a kidney stone. Like, it doesn't even look like it. He's just like, it doesn't look like him at all. And I'm like, bro, that's going to be out there forever. And I get, like, dude, he's doing all the right thing, right? He's like, I love it. I love it. I'm proud of it. Do you know? And he said in one of his press conferences, like, do you know anybody that has a statue? Because I don't. I know a couple guys in the league that have gotten them, and it's the biggest honor you can ever get. And I agree with him. But it's like all the more reason to make sure, like, hey, man, like you said, I really want this to look like me. I'm not thrilled with this. Can we keep working on it? Like, you poke back, man.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But, I mean, what an unbelievable moment for Wade. You know what I mean? Like, to get a statue? Come on. That's incredible. I just...
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Because at the end of the day, it's Dwyane Wade is one of those guys you don't hear any bad thing about him. He does a lot for the community, and I'm happy for him. Think about it. There's a lot of greats that played down in Miami. So he got his. He's the first one. And
I think so. First statue.
He brought championship to the city. Think about how many like franchises that have been like, oh, they haven't won championships, and that franchise is only 30 years old. How old is that franchise? 40 years old?
God, 90s, right? Early 90s.
Who's that first pick? Ronnie Cycli, somebody like that?
Something like that. That might be right. I mean, I just remember the 90s run of, was it Alonzo and Hardaway and that whole that version of the Miami Heat But yeah, let me look because I think you're right. Year founded. I think it was the early 90s. 1988. Yeah. There you go. 1988. Yeah. So pretty damn close.
Yeah,
you're
pretty close.
There. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, young franchise, and I mean, dude, I don't get it. I don't get it, dude. Make that man a nicer statue. I'm guessing work's been a little bit fun for you, huh?
Oh yeah, it's been real fun.
Lakers been playing good. I didn't expect us to roll into this show with the 3-1 Lakers, man, and losing what they lose last night by what, like 4 or something
to the Suns at home.
I mean, it wasn't like
a 7-point lead into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was a runaway game for anybody. So it's like we've yet to see them look unprepared, which I think was kind of the knock with JJ was what's this team going to look like offensively, defensively, with a first-time head coach. They look like they're moving but tell you what, they're moving that basketball a lot more than I've seen in years, man.
Yes, it's not sticking, and I think that's one of the biggest keys to their success. Moving the basketball, because before think of how long it was sticking D'Lo's hand, how long it was sticking AR's hand, but now it's like D'Lo is playing the off guard, AR is playing point guard, and they're like making it a point to get the ball to AD. Because you can't think about it. You had so many times last season where fourth quarter he didn't touch that joint, but they trying to say, no, we're not having that. Big dog eats first. The rest of y'all get y'all scraps, unless LeBron, has a hell of a game like he did against Sacramento.
Well, I have that audio too. If you want to get into any of that stuff, oh my God, was him shouting at Rui down the bench after the because Rui pulls up for that
pass the ball.
Yeah, and he said, pass the effing ball, man. What are you doing? Here's the audio.
The Lakers up by 11.
Swing, motherfucker. What are you doing pulling up for a contested 2? You're talking down to Rui like you're talking to his son.
Hey, but the thing about Rui, if you watch Rui play, Rui is fucking clueless half the time. If he has it in his mind, he gonna fucking make a move and shoot the ball, that's gonna get shot. He like, fuck this. I'm getting my shots up. The only way he won't take that shot if he fumbles it or you double team it, because Rui said, I got to get mine. And that's the thing that, that used to be the whole freaking team. And I know it's early. That's early, and it's just take a couple of losses or a winning streak for it all to go, haywire. But now LeBron AD, next time LeBron take a couple shots like that, he needs to tell LeBron that, yo, motherfucker, swing the ball. And bring out his phone.
No. You don't. If you're Rui, you don't yell at LeBron James. No. That's not how the pecking order is going to work. You talk about this all the time. Hierarchy, man. Hierarchy. That's not how it works, man.
You said it was my team.
Swing, you son of a bitch. Oh, that's funny. I thought it was. I got a little bit of shade from the Kings broadcast team after the streamers came down, which I thought was pretty funny.
Oh my gosh! And they got the streamers coming down like
what
the
is
Dodgers.
This, Game 7?
Just won the pennant. You gotta understand, this is Anthony Davis' first win against Domantas Sabonis.
It is.
So they're gonna celebrate out here. 131, 127.
They had streamers coming down after they beat the Kings.
Kings,
Was that for AD? That was for you, Anthony. You beat Sabonis finally. The curse is over.
He's one. I think he's like 1-9 against Sabonis.
Oh yeah, no, it's something wild. Yeah.
Yeah. But Sabonis, Sabonis is weird. It's two guys. I was at that game, so I really was watching Sabonis play. Him and Joker play just like they beat the fuck out of you to get their position, and then they go up, and the refs just let it happen. I'm like, damn. I'm like, it's so weird that the offensive players now allowed to pretty much do what they want to do, and they're not going to call a foul. Only thing an offensive player cannot do is when he's shooting a 3, kick his leg out, because they damn sure going to call that. Everything else, they ain't calling. They ain't calling no push-offs. They ain't calling no travels.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. It reminds me of 90s basketball. Just get in there, throw some bows, knock some people out the way, and, get to the hoop. Score the rock. Yeah. I like it, man.
I like it. Hey, it's for the Lakers, it's early. So,
Of course it is. But no, look,
Hey.
that doesn't stop Bovada from releasing the updated Coach of the Year standings, where JJ is now your front runner. Coach of the Year, baby. Four game Coach of the Year.
Hey, every time we talk about the Lakers early, I just think of Major League. Harper's like those two guys in Major League.
two guys in the stands.
Yeah.
They go, Just hold your breath. They're gonna mess it up at some time.
Harp up in the 400 section, just going, just wait. Just wait. It's coming.
Look, I would. It's not that I don't have anything. It's just that it's early. You got folks like Steven. They talking about, the Lakers got a good chance to make a play. The season just started. Man.
4 games in, bro. You're
Everybody
4
got a
games.
good chance to make the playoffs right now.
Oh, well, speaking of which, you gave us homework last week to pick our 6 playoff teams from the East and the West. Harp is the kid in class that just remembers, oh shit, I didn't do the homework.
Hey, don't mind me. I'm gonna look some stuff up real quick. Hold on.
He is. He is. The teacher's collecting homework, and he's scrambling down answers, man. He's like, what'd you get for number 7? What'd you get for number 7? Quick. All right, so we'll get to that. We're not going to do that right away. So take a minute, Harp, and look up the standings and see what you like. But, hey, man, 4 games in. Of course you don't want to overhype it, but they look pretty good, man. And overall, I'm very impressed with how they've played, considering everything we talked about in the offseason with JJ. Like, what are they going to look like? What's he going to roll out there? They look cohesive. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They look
Yes.
like they're on the same page. Which I think a lot of times, to your note, Rob, the Lakers in previous years, more specifically last few years, haven't looked that way.
Yeah, I think sometimes when let's go like when I was in San Antonio. San Antonio had like 80 plays. I'm like, what the fuck do you need 80 plays for when you got talent? Because at the end of the day, the plays go down to like 3 things. You need like 2 for like game time situation, or that you hold in your bag, so for special occasions, so they don't scout you and know it. And that looks like what they've done. I'm watching their offense is like they simplify it. They run like 3 to 4 plays from what I've figured out so far. I don't count that dribble weed bullshit that everybody does. That's just standard basketball. But it seems like they got the high post. They got, of course, the dump down to AD, and they got this one little player that they run from the corner, which they kind of stole from San Antonio with me, Manu Ginobili, and Elson used to run. So it's that little play in the corner. So it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, again, early, but a good look. I do want to also mention that Joel Embiid has not played a single game yet. 4 games in, which again, Harp's waving off. Yet he somehow has already collected a technical foul.
Seriously?
They teed him up after the game. Was this last night or the night before? They teed him up for swinging a towel while Andrew Nembhard was shooting free throws. About 20 seconds left. He's on the baseline, like leaning out against the baseline, whipping a towel, trying to get him distracted. And then when he bricks one, Embiid runs out on the baseline with the towel and whips it up in the air, and everybody freaking lost their minds and pointing at him. And the NBA comes out and gives him the posthumous tee after the game. Like, all right, well, we didn't get you during the game. We'll get you afterwards.
So that's $1,000, or is it more now? How much a text now?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
I do not know offhand.
They should be more because there was $1,000.
That's it?
$1,000 when I played. Yeah.
That's grocery money.
Damn, what kind of groceries you get?
No, I'm talking about for them. That's it. It's only 1,000.
Technical fouls 1 through 5 are 2,000 each.
Okay.
6 through 10, 3,000. 11 through 15, 4,000. Technical fouls 16 and more are $5,000 each plus a game. And if you get 16
coming off a lot of money, don't it?
But if you get 16 techs in a season, what the shit are you doing, man?
That's Rasheed and Draymond.
Yeah, it really
and Luka.
is.
Let me add Luka to that list now, because Luka led the league in text, didn't he?
Did he? Oh my! How many texts did
It was between him and Draymond.
Yeah.
That was between him and Draymond.
I'm curious because now I'm trying to see how many he had last year. He had 13 last season. Damn, that is a lot. Like I thought, I'm like, man, if you eclipse 10, that doesn't happen. I mean, the dude racked up 13 last season.
Dang.
Damn. All right, well, he did get teed up for the sidelines. How they're giving this whole thing about Embiid's knee. They're calling it left knee management. That's what it's being called in Philadelphia. He's out with left knee management. Not hurt, management. How are we feeling about our he'll play at least half the season conversation? Because I'm starting to waver.
That team is going to be a reflection of how much he plays. You go get Paul George. Paul George should be back soon. He already got hurt. That team is only going as far as Joel Embiid will allow him. So if he's not going to play enough games, they're not making the playoffs. I'm sorry. Because as much as I love Tyrese Maxey and as much as I love Paul George, that's not enough for them to even get in the playoffs in the East. I think there are too many more hungry teams that can surprise people that could kind of, hey, y'all gonna have to get out the way.
Okay. Rob, how you feeling?
Everything is contingent upon his health. We all know that. This team, how far they go is contingent upon Joel Embiid's health, Mr. Non-back-to-backs. Tell me I'm lying.
No, you're not lying. There's like certain things you don't even care about anymore. Is Joel Embiid's status to play, Kawhi Leonard's status to play.
Yep.
Well, I don't
Ben
see.
Simmons' status to play.
Well, no,
it was like shit.
I don't agree. I think you very much care about Joel Embiid's status to play. Simmons, no one gives a shit. We'll talk. I've got the NBA stat of the week for you next, which will make your skin crawl on Ben Simmons. I agree, and I don't think anybody even expects Kawhi Leonard to play. Like, there's not even an expectation for it anymore. We're just going to pay him to sit there. But I think it's very opposite with Joel Embiid because I feel like, to Harp's note, if so go the Sixers, goes Embiid, then you very much care. Now, Isn't that the reason you bring in a Paul George, though? Even though he's not the same player Joel Embiid is, it's to shoulder some of the load when he's not there.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about that is you look at that team, the way Maxey has played for them, you kind of like, okay, I know Maxey can't carry a team like Embiid can carry, but you thought with Maxey there and Paul George, you got a chance. But now you got nothing but Tyrese Maxey, that mug on the island alone, trying to do his best to survive.
We'll see if he makes it. All right, here's your stat. Here's your NBA stat of the week. Ben Simmons is averaging more fouls per game than shots per game right now. He's averaging 4.7 fouls per game and 4 shots per game. Not shots made, shots attempted. It breaks down like this. Nets Hawks, 5 fouls, 4 shots. Nets Magic, 5 fouls, 5 shots. Nets Bucks, 4 fouls, only 3 shots. His season total through the first 3 games, 14 personal fouls and only 12 field goal attempts. Dude. I'm floored by his reluctancy to shoot the basketball. I don't like you have right, but you have to like. What was all this off season? I'm gonna show them, and people forget I'm a great player, and you won't shoot the basketball. What?
Hey, we got the movie coming out, Wicked.
Yeah.
He need to go see the Wizard because this motherfucker, he ain't got no courage. He ain't got no heart.
Wow.
It's like, damn, dude, you got to play basketball. You need to go. It's like all this talent and you're not using it allegedly. And it's like, dude, are you scared of something? Shit, go see the Wizard.
I think he's seen the wizard, the doctor, the therapist, the chiropractor. I think he's seen everybody on the goddamn yellow brick road, man. Ain't nobody got an answer for him except what is right here, between these 2 eyes. You hope he's got a brain in that head, man. Because if you do, then you gotta find some heart and some courage to shoot the basketball, bro. You have to. And if you continue to do this, no, you're never. This is it, man. The narrative about you will never change. I don't care how personal you feel about it and how good of a player you think you are. You are reluctant to shoot the ball. No, it's never going to change, man. Never going to change. All right. Have you had a chance, Harp, to look over your East and West? Okay.
Yep.
All right. let's go ahead and do that. I'll punt a couple of these topics down the line here because I'm curious to see. Rob, I assume you've had to do this probably for Spectrum, right?
I just did it. I just did it on our own. Who I thought might be.
Let's start with the East, and we can go around. We'll get everybody's picks for the East on who we think the 6 playoff teams are. We're not talking about teams that are going to be in the play-in, but who you think the 6 playoff teams are going to be. Rob, please, if you want, this was your thing. Go first, man.
Well, it's a given at the Celtics. That's like the given.
Okay.
And then my next given is the Magic. I'm like, people are going to sleep on the Magic. I
tell you what, man, they moved up in my rankings after watching Paolo drop that 50 burger last night, man.
I know. And, of course, you got to put the Knicks next, even though they're still trying to figure shit out. And then I said the sleeper team to me, I put in there as the Heat, because the Heat, they don't really have a good team, but they got to stay healthy. Of course, everybody in the league has to got Bam and, the Butler, so you're good. And then this one was these last ones was like, okay, I forgot the Cavs. Yeah, the Cavs are in there because the Cavs, they made the playoffs last year, so they're going to be pretty good. But the Sixers is that one I'm like, okay, we just talked about them. I said, I'm going to rock with them because they got the talent to do something. And I'm going to go with the Sixers. You notice I didn't put the Bucks in there?
I noticed that. And you didn't put the Pacers in there either.
I don't trust the Pacers, man.
Oh,
I don't trust
the
Pacers.
Okay.
I don't trust the Pacers. And, with Milwaukee, if they've already done lost 3 games. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, man. You lost 3 games already, and you lost to the fucking Nets, man. Who loses to the fucking Nets?
Nobody, really.
Okay. So I'm just not a believer in the Bucks. Okay. So especially how Giannis' statement before the season started, if I don't win, they're gonna trade me too. So
okay. Harp.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got from the East?
So the East I have in no particular order.
Okay.
I have the Celtics.
Yeah.
I do have the Bucks there. I think they'll right the ship. I have the Knicks. I have the Magic. I have the Cavs, and I have the Heat.
Oh, again, no Pacers, no Sixers.
Did you go to have a bathroom break when we were just talking about I was just talking about the Sixers a few minutes ago? Okay. I do not believe in the AARP Sixers.
All right.
I'm sorry. Now, they can prove me wrong, and Joel Embiid can all of a sudden have better knees and decide they want to play back-to-backs. But until that happens, sorry, dog.
Okay. Man, no belief in the Sixers. I also did not have the Sixers.
Okay.
They came in at 7 for me on my list. I had the Knicks. I had the Bucks. I had the Magic. I had the Cavs, the Pacers, and, of course, the Celtics. I think we're all in agreement on the Celtics, but I did have the Cavs getting in there. And I do have the Pacers. I think the Pacers were too good to fall off that far. So I think the Pacers are going to make some noise. I do.
I feel like the Pacers are the Sacramento Kings of last year. You remember Sacramento finished first in the West?
Okay.
And didn't even make the fucking playoffs next year?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about the Pacers. I think, they play with that high pace, and everybody has, I think, going to figure out Halliburton. And I don't think that if you go from A, B, C down that line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they're not that talented. They got some good players, but you think about it, what player over there you'd be like, you scared of? Nobody.
No.
So that's the only reason I don't put the Pacers. No disrespect to them. I'm just not a believer in the Pacers. I thought that was just a lightning in the bottle.
I'll tell you what, I don't think there's anybody in the Orlando Magic that I'm scared of. I think Paolo
you should
can
be scared. You should be scared of Paolo.
Paolo's great. No, he's a great player. But okay. Last night was, I think, for me, was like, damn, that was an eye opener for me. Like, holy shit, look at this kid go. But no more so than Halliburton. I feel like those two guys sort of are kind of near the same plane of existence as far as. Oh, Harper saying no chance. Okay.
Look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I like Tyrese Halliburton. I think he's a nice player. And he had a really good year last year.
It doesn't sound like you do.
Just in comparison. But Paolo Banchero, is a generational, some form of a generational talent. At 6'10", 250, 60 pounds. And when he was a freshman at Duke, I said, he don't need to be playing college ball. He need to be in the NBA now. Same way with Jason Tatum. He need to be in the NBA now. Those dudes are generational talents, and those are leaders of teams. Halliburton's nice, but he's not Paolo.
Yeah.
That man can do everything.
You see that girl that you see that new girl they hired? Yeah, she's nice. She's nice. This one over here, she hot. But no, she's nice. She's nice.
That man gonna be a problem for this league for years to come.
Hey, first of all, that dude ain't no 6'10", man. He's 6'11". He taller than me, man.
Okay. Yeah.
That dude tall, man. He huge, man.
All right, let's go to the West. I'm interested to see who Rob has in the West.
The West was tougher.
The West was way
a lot tougher, man.
But for me, of course, you got to start with OKC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I went with Dallas. And then I went with the Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, even though they struggled last year, I got the Suns.
Okay.
And I just and these last two kept me up at night. But I had to slide the Lakers in there just because if they can keep feeding AD, he can stay healthy, they'll finish in that top 6. And the last one, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I just talked bad about them. Sacramento Kings. I got them easing in there.
No Denver. No Denver.
No Denver.
No Denver.
No,
Rob's
no
top
Denver.
6 in the West. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I went back and forth. I went back and forth with the sack with New Orleans, but I'm like, I haven't seen Zion yet. I don't know if he's still looking good. If he lost weight, so I haven't seen him play. So this is why I had to go with sack.
And DeJounte is already
He's
injured.
hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
DeJounte's got a hand injury or something. Yeah.
Broke his hand.
Surgery.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Thunder. I am gonna go Nuggets.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Wolves, Suns, Kings.
Oh, you see?
And this last spot came down to 2 teams. And it came down to the team that I have actually down right here and the team that I'm fighting, that's fighting with them. I got the Pelicans down here right now, but they fighting with the Lakers.
Okay. No belief in Dallas?
No Dallas?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not saying Dallas couldn't. I just think that I think there's got to be better defense played in Dallas.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say last year was kind of like catching lightning in a bottle, but it was kind of catching lightning in a bottle. I'm not saying they couldn't get there. I just think there are some teams that I think are a little bit more improved. And I think surprised. I think the Pelicans, if healthy, you get DeJounte back, and if everything can mesh together, they could be there. And with the Lakers, look, that's my team. I understand, but I'm a realist. It's early. I need give me 20 games. I want to see how they look after 20 games.
JJ's coach of the year. What are you talking about?
We'll reapproach this in 20 games and see if you change your mind.
I would love to be wrong. Mm-hmm. This is a situation where I'd love to be wrong, but I've been proven. I've been let down too many times.
Well, they've been a play-in team the last 3 seasons?
Yeah.
So
come on now.
Since they started to play in.
Yeah, exactly.
So who's your last team? I don't know. Is it Pelicans?
It's the Pelicans.
It's the Pelicans. Wow.
Okay.
I got them down. I put them down.
I've got, let me see, in no particular order, OKC, Denver, Dallas, Minnesota, and then I had a whole grouping of teams here that were fist fighting with each other. I had all 4 of these teams at one point in here. The Suns, the Rockets, the Kings, and the Lakers. And ultimately, who won the last 2 spots for me?
So the rest of the Western Conference.
No, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And then the rest of the West just battling. No, it was the Lakers and the Kings. And I think the Lakers will be a playoff team this year. I think they will manage to avoid the play-in if they can continue to play the type of basketball they've rolled out. Again, these were the way too early in the season versions of this, but based on a small sample size, if you can continue to play that style of basketball at that kind of tempo with the guys you got, and people stay healthy, I feel like this could be a good year for LA.
So you both you taking the Pelicans?
No, I didn't have New Orleans in there.
Oh, yeah.
No, I had New Orleans. I had Sacramento, LA, Minnesota, the Mavericks, the Thunder, and the Nuggets.
Okay.
I had the Pelicans in the play-in. And I had the Suns and the Rockets in a play-in. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
And Memphis was down there too for play-in teams. So we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. What's really funny is I've seen versions of this so wildly all over the place, man. Like where other people lay out their rankings, and I've seen people like Philadelphia's going to run away with the East. Okay. None of the three of us had him in our top 6 after a week. It's okay. It's fine. All right. Well, good job. We'll see how all that plays out. I thought it was weird that the Indiana Fever parted ways with their coach Christy Sides, was let go Sunday morning. The Fever finished 20-20 behind Caitlin Clark, made their first postseason appearance since 2016. They started 1-8, and I think that was maybe where things got sour because they finished 19-12. I'm just surprised. And then you got all the speculation now that Iowa coach was it Lisa Bluter? Is her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though she's retired, you're going to see her coach the Indiana Fever. I don't know. We'll see.
This guy, that probably like that carrot and dangling out there that said, "Hey, look, just come back for a year and try it out."
Yeah.
Maybe
so I like it. It's weird that they parted ways with her. And then we did. Let's get to the NBA audio of the week. One of my favorite ends to a game that I've seen in a long time, the OKC New Orleans game, where Shea hit that 3 with 4.2 seconds inbound, and then there's a cross court. I'm trying to remember who the hell threw it. Oh, it was Graham, cross court game winner. Wow, here's the end.
No timeouts. The ball is inbounded to Shea. Temple did not foul. Shea
hits the 3.
Back still buries the 3. And it's tied at 110 with 1.4 seconds.
And you know what's interesting about that? He was trying.
Oh, Graham! Count the bucket for the win. Devontae Graham walks it off.
With 1.4 seconds. So Shea hits a wild, inbound grab and shoot 3 with 4 seconds left on the clock, takes it down to 1.6. The Pelicans barely have enough time to inbound the ball. It goes to Devontae Graham, who just hucks it from cross court and drills it for 3 and wins the game and walks it off for the Pelicans. I can't remember a time I've ever seen 2 wild ass shots in less than 5 seconds like that.
I didn't get a chance to see that one, but it's crazy how shots like that can just inspire you through the rest of the season. We always have this thing we talk about called the basketball guys. And the basketball guys are on our side this year. Look how we starting out. Let's have faith and keep playing hard. So that could be a sign that the Pelicans, I might have to go back and cross out Sacramento and slide the Pelicans in that spot.
That was it. Just took a Devontae Graham whole court game winner. Revise history for you. Is that anything you can't practice shit like that though, right? What do you? No. What level of that do you even bother to try and practice when it comes to you may have a situation where you got to huck something up from midcourt. Now I know we've seen Steph pull up for 3s from half court just for the shit of it, but how much of that can you even practice?
You know that's all that stuff that you do at shoot around. Me and Ron Harper used to do it after every shoot around. We bet $100. Who the first to make it, gets $100. So everybody does it. You even see where the other day it was doing it, and Steve Kerr just stepped in and threw it up and it went in. He's like, "See, it's that easy," and walked off the court.
All right. But you do it's not built into the practice, but it's something everybody kind of you goof with it here and there.
You goof with it. Yeah.
There may be a situation where I have to try and at least make contact with the rim from the other side of the court. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's that one betting thing that we do.
Okay.
We don't bet on anything else in basketball, but
that's cool. All right, now let's go to the NFL audio of the week. I'm sure that you've all seen the Commanders' Hail Mary walk-off winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I want to play for you the radio call from the Commanders flagship. This is Big 100. And listen to these gentlemen like full-on meltdown in the booth when this happens.
They bring 3. Daniels backing up. He's just going to have to let one fly. Goes to the right side. Steps away from the defenders. Gives himself some time. Now steps up, fires. Heads towards the end zone. It is...
I understood about 3 seconds of the whole call. Those men just melted down.
So here's the question on that. Do you give credit to the quarterback for that or the receiver? I understand I'm going to sit back here in the back and let this thing be tipped around and catch it.
Receiver?
100%. 100%.
And I blame Chicago's DB because you knock a ball down. That's the point. You don't tip it backwards because you work on the tip drill stuff in practice. Like that.
Did he try it? It looked like to me, I was watching, it looked like he was trying to. He didn't get enough ups. And so it just hit off the top of his fingers and bounced right back. Ooh, look what I found.
Well, it was the same.
It's a great play by the receiver.
It is a brilliant play by the receiver, knowing exactly where he needed to be. When he saw the crowd come up to the goal line, he took like 3-4 steps back and just said, I'm going to go ahead back here and I'm going to play the Robert Ory. I'm going to be back here behind the line. And if this shit gets tipped back to me, I'm going to go ahead and make history, if that's cool. Which is, he did the right thing. But, I mean, a hell of a throw by Daniels, though. Damn, he loaded up and uncorked that thing like 70 yards. That was a monster throw. But, man, I love a walk-off like that. I love when games end that way. Sucks. Heartbreak for the Bears, but hell of an end to a game. All right, let's do Big Shot of the Week, and then I've got a very quick game here, one of the answers to which you've already ruined, because the name of the game is called Build Me a Statue. And you've already ruined one of them by talking about Cristiano Ronaldo's statue at the airport. So we're one question down already. But Big Shot of the Week this week is going to go to an LA woman named Yvonne. They've only released her first name. Now, here's why, though. Yvonne and her brother noticed a man following a young girl down the street last week. He then approached the young girl, who was an 11-year-old girl walking home from middle school, and started to fondle her from behind. And this woman said, oh, no, this is about to be a kidnapping, and steps in to stop it, starts shouting and running toward him, and the guy's like, oh, it's just my niece, and they're like, bullshit, and dude booked it out of there, and this woman saved this girl from getting kidnapped. An 11-year-old girl walking home from middle school, and, like, big shot to Miss Yvonne and her brother, because they haven't released their names aside from her first name, but they probably saved this girl's life.
Yeah.
And
or from her getting raped or something. You know, she shouldn't even say it. She shouldn't even shout. She should just mollywop his ass right upside the fucking head.
She should.
And like, yo, and then stop the shot. I mean, like, so it's like, I'm so happy she did that, man, because that could have been another statistic, and you didn't want that to happen.
You know how many times I see on social media where people will like do the whole "what would you do" scenario, where like I've seen people do this, where it's like they have a kid who's like walking down the street and some guy scoops him up and runs off with him, and it's staged just to see how people will react. You know how many people just look the other way? It's just like person after person after person. They see it happen and they're like, okay, and they just keep going. And it's like, man, this was staged. It was a bit, but when it's not staged and it's real life, and you got arguably a kid's life on the line, you got the backbone to step up and go, no, because you don't know if that dude is armed. I mean, he could come at you. You have no clue. But you're like,
exactly.
No, ain't going to happen. Not on my watch.
I think a lot of times people would rather just film it and then figure it out later because they're afraid of getting into something. Because a lot of times when you go and help, you mess around and get sued for trying to help. So
that's the other thing too. That could happen. But all right, well, let's ruin this week's game. So,
hey, so have you ever seen that episode of Blackish where the little white kid is on the elevator and the black guy, he like, oh hell no. On the elevator with the white
Is that
girl.
Dion Cole? Dion Cole on Blackish is my favorite character, Charlie.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people are like, well, nope, not getting involved in that one.
No. Not going to happen. All right, so I've got some, I'm going to give you, we're going to go back and forth. I only had 5 because the 5 were good, and y'all ruined the first one. He's the most popular soccer star on the planet. They renamed the airport after him in Portugal. And his bust was revealed in 2017 with that weird, like, uneven smile. And the outrage was so bad that they made the artist redo the statue of him. And it was
that shit was awful.
Ronaldo. Yeah, it was terrible. But the new one, like, actually looks like him. And I was like, I don't know what the hell the first guy was doing. Or if it was the same guy, what he was doing the first time around. I have no idea. All right, so we'll start with the second one for Rob. And if you don't get it, we'll pass it to Harp. She's one of the biggest stars in the early days of television. She has a statue. She was in the golden age of TV. So this statue went up in her hometown of Celeron, New York, honored her in 2009. The problem is the statue looked horrifying. She looked haunted. Her hair was big. Her eyes were wide. It was terrifying. Everyone might have loved her, but not everyone loved the statue.
She lived to be 100. I can't think of her freaking name. She was on Golden Girls. She was in my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies, Proposal. I can't think of her fucking name.
I'll tell you, you're wrong. It's Betty White, but you're wrong. It's not
Betty White.
Betty
It's
White.
not Betty White?
No, it's not Betty White.
So if that would have came to me, I would have got it right. I had Betty White.
It's not Betty White.
It's not Betty White. He's trying to guess Betty White.
I was trying to guess
White.
Betty White, but it's not Betty White.
Everyone loved her, but not everyone loved her statue.
I don't know who.
I love Lucy. Lucille Ball.
Oh.
If you get 2 seconds, Google the Lucille Ball statue, and you will have nightmares for the rest of your life.
Well, Betty White deserves a statue.
Oh my God, yes. Give Betty White a statue. I mean, iconic woman, Mary Tyler Moore Show, Golden Girls, all the stuff she did, but unbelievable sense of humor. And just such a brilliant and kind woman for everything I've ever heard. So yes, build Betty White a statue, 100%. All right, Harp, let's see if you can get this one. It's a huge honor to have an artist commissioned to do a statue of you. So there's the Lucille Ball statue. Rob's holding it up. That's horrifying. It's horrifying.
And she got a bottle of liquor in her hand. What the hell?
You would appreciate that. All right, never mind then. All right, Harp. So it's a huge honor to have a statue commissioned to you. When U.S. artist Brad Downey was commissioned to do a wooden carving of this former First Lady in her home country of Slovenia, it was huge. The sculptor, known as Maxi, opted for, although a somewhat abstract representation that outraged all of the people who lived in Slovenia. Quote, "It's a Smurfette. It's a disgrace. It doesn't look anything like her." Who was the statue of?
And this is a former First Lady?
Yes.
That's an easy one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Slovenia. It's not ringing a bell right now.
All right.
I feel like it's something I should know, but I don't know.
It is. Rob, you want to go ahead and...
Dude, we've only had one foreign person in the office.
Oh, is this what's his name? Trump's wife?
Yes, it was Melania Trump.
Yeah,
Melania Trump. Google, Rob, while you're on your phone, Google the Melania Trump statue.
Oh, yeah.
And go ahead and hold it up for everybody. If you're watching the show on YouTube, Rob's going to reveal to you what the Melania Trump statue looks like. And you will be shocked at what this man did. Rob, trust me, you're going to look at it at first and go, that can't be it. And that's it. I'm anxious to see what he finds.
What the fuck is this?
Exactly right. Hold it up. Hold it up. There you go. What the hell is that?
Is this Stonehenge?
No, it was carved out of wood. It doesn't look anything like her. I mean, it's not even like, it doesn't look like a person.
It's
Let
not a
alone
person.
Melania Trump. It doesn't look like anybody.
Look like Stonehenge.
Yeah. Ridiculous. All right, Rob. Making a full dictator's memorial-style statue is undoubtedly a tough thing to do. Unfortunately for yet another young artist, rendering the head of this gone-too-soon rap icon for the arts center that his late mother founded was an insurmountable task. The final product wound up looking like a squinty-eyed Dave Chappelle. Not even Machiavelli could have seen that one coming.
Tupac.
There you go. Go ahead and Google the Tupac Shakur statue.
No, that's not what gave it away. His mom. When you said
his mom's foundation. All right, Rob, get on your phone. Tupac Shakur statue. It looks like Dave Chappelle from what was the movie? Half Baked. I mean, he doesn't look. It doesn't look anything like Tupac. It doesn't look anything like Tupac. All right, what do you got?
Who the fuck is this?
All right, what do you got, Rob? There he is. What? Yeah, no, it doesn't look anything like him. Like nothing like him at all.
Nothing like him.
Yeah, so this was obviously all because of the Dwyane Wade statue this week. I had to do some of the more unfortunate. All right, last one. Harper, this iconic TV star, first made his statuesque appearance on the Riverwalk in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. One of the most famous TV icons ever, the coolest guy on television. However, social media memes ravaged the creators savagely because they ended up having to remake this bronze man, complete with his leather jacket and 2 thumbs up.
Hey.
My brain is just not working today.
Saw him in the airport. Really nice guy.
I love that man. Harp's not gonna be able to pull it. Go ahead, Rob. Bail him out.
Winkler.
Henry Winkler. What's the statue of?
The Fonz.
The Fonz. Fonzie from Happy Days. They call him the Bronze Fonz. That's the name of the statue.
Fonz.
And they made the guys redo it. And the statue that's out there now looks awesome. Looks just like him. The previous one, horrifying. The old Bronze Fonz statue looks terrible. It looks like it was melting in the sun. Like, it's horrible. This is there's the original one. I mean, like, it looks like his face melted in the sun. It's like a wax figure. So yeah, that was
it's like that commercial now. I want to be remembered forever. I made a wax statue of me.
Yeah, the Liberty Mutual commercial where the guy's just melts and just looks horrible. Yeah, absolutely right. All right, well, that was this week's game. But do you think that they should remake the Wade statue, or do you think they're just going to leave it be?
Well, I think they're going to leave because he picked it out.
Yeah, he approved that.
Yeah, so he approved that.
How did he approve that? How did he look at that and go, yeah, that's it? That's the one. But look at his face the face is just, again, it's Laurence Fishburne passing a kidney stone. It's like, I mean, it's not even like he's excited. He looks like he's in pain. It's like, someone get that man a Pepto. Like, what are we doing?